Why is the Congress party silent? Why are they not responding?
यूपीए की सरकार, मनमोहन की सरकार, हिंदुस्तान की भ्रष्टम सरकार में जानी जाती है।
जनता का पैसा है, केंद्र सरकार का जो पैसा है वो प्रधानमंत्री का पैसा नहीं होता है।
It's a comment on the politics of Dr. Manmohan Singh. It's not a personality attack on Dr. Manmohan Singh.
Congress is symbolized as a government with corruption, and that is what is the people of this country would like to know.
Congress leadership should do some introspection. How come from top to bottom, everybody seems to be involved in one racket or the other?
The Bharatiya Janata Party devoting the past 4 years to building a case in its favour.
But the approach of their poster boy Narendra Modi is slightly different than the others, which many in his own party have termed as regressive. But here, right next to the Bay of Bengal, in the temple town of Puri, an undeterred Narendra Modi is on the second leg of his Hindu identity reassertion exercise.
Vande Utkal Janani, Jai Jagannath, Jai Jagannath. Odisha re bhaiyo bhauni mananku pavitra rath yatra avsare namaskar. Gujarat अर्थनैतिक प्रगति रे ओडिशार मानव संबलो एहारे योगदान को मु सम्मान करूछी.
What is Narendra Modi thinking and what is Bharatiya Janata Party's strategy? Is it to highlight the incumbent's fault or is it to create their own? What are the real issues in this election year? Is it secularism or governance, and who really has the real edge?
It all started on Friday. A team from Reuters news agency released excerpts of an interview with the BJP campaign chief. It came in tranches.
I am a nationalist. I am a patriotic. Nothing is wrong. I am a born Hindu. Nothing is wrong. So I am a Hindu nationalist. So you can say yes, I am a Hindu nationalist because I am a born Hindu. I am a patriotic. So nothing is wrong in it. As far as progressive, development oriented, workaholic, whatever they say, this is what they say. So there is no contradiction between two.
This is going to be the talking point of the day without doubt, what Narendra Modi has said. The manner in which he responds is very generic.
If this wasn't news enough, out came the second tranche to a question on whether he regrets the events of 2002 Gujarat riots. This was Narendra Modi's opinion.
कोई ड्राइव कर रहा है और हम पीछे बैठे, फिर भी एक छोटा कुत्ते का बच्चा भी अगर कार के नीचे आ जाता है तो हमें पेन फील होता है कि नहीं? होता है. मैं अगर मुख्यमंत्री हूं या नहीं हूं, मैं एक इंसान हूं, कहीं पर भी कुछ बुरा होगा तो दुख होना बहुत स्वाभाविक है.
This is going to be a controversial remark, let me tell you. Ms. Sitharaman, with the greatest of respect, so many people died and were killed brutally in the 2002 Gujarat riots, and you even draw that analogy of sitting in a car and a puppy coming under the wheel. Is that not amounting to trivializing what happened?
I am sorry to differ, and I differ very strongly on this. There is no trivialization. He's talking about a human in him and about talking about and taking a metaphorical expression. There's nothing more to it, and there is no question of trivializing when he's saying, I'm a human, I'm talking about things.
An analogy that earned Modi the wrath of his opponents. Even his own partymen had to suppress their inhibition and defend the poll panel head.
So what does he think? The Muslims are even worse than puppies? He does not have any heart for them?
If a pup comes under the car, that statement reveals the compassion, the childlike heart in Mr. Narendra Modi, and that is exactly what he has said.
When I'm sitting at the back of the car and my driver is driving and I know that he is in fact not driving carefully, I tell him, drive carefully.
हमको तो लगता है कि उनका साइको एनालिसिस जो है होना चाहिए उस आदमी का.
It is a case of having some kind of a hatred against Narendra Modi.
Wrong analogy used, not much thought put into it, politically incorrect, slip of tongue. Many thought that this time Narendra Modi has taken it a bit too far. But 3 days later, the Gujarat Chief Minister Narendra Modi proved detractors within his party as well as outside that this could very well be a part of a well thought out strategy and not just an ignorant analogy.
Sunday, 14th of July. BJP workers rally in Pune. Chock-a-block with supporters. Given the response to his Friday analogy, it was safely assumed by one and all that none would come today. But Modi had a surprise coming.
जब जब कांग्रेस संकट में आती है तो वो समझती हैं क्या करती हैं, देश की जनता को जवाब नहीं देते हैं, देश के सवालों के जवाब नहीं देते हैं, देश की जनता तक सच्चाई पहुंचाने के इरादे नहीं रखते हैं। जैसे ही कोई संकट आ जाता है तो वे सेक्युलरिज्म का बुर्खा पहन लेते हैं और सेक्युलरिज्म का बुर्खा पहन करके बंकर में छिप जाते हैं।
And by Monday, the floodgates in the BJP had almost opened. After an article in the Economic Times, BJP leader and former Finance Minister Yashwant Sinha, in an interview to me, had some unsolicited advice for the BJP's poll panel chief, Narendra Modi. Was that a slight message in the article for Mr. Narendra Modi?
There was no message for Mr. Narendra Modi. There was certainly a message from the Congress party that don't create unnecessary controversies around non-issues, which is what the Congress party is trying to do.
Swapan Das Gupta has been following the developments in BJP very closely for many decades now. We started by asking him what is the real issue this election, secularism or governance?
Issue still remains livelihood. The issue still remains the performance of the UPA regime. And if you try and introduce an extraneous element into the whole situation, okay, it might be a tremendous excitement for a couple of days, but you can't fix up an election. And I still believe that it hasn't really been derailed in any way.
Modi's many enemies, same old and new, love to contribute in this debate. For them, the analogies are no mere coincidence.
A person like Mr. Narendra Modi, who is a third-time CM, if he speaks anything outside that too in the media, which rarely comes out, then he comes out with a very calculative motive. His every word, his every statement has a definitive meaning. You cannot have a good governance unless your mindset is secular, your mindset is democratic, and then only you can have a pro-development oriented image.
The puppy remark constituted one sentence in an interview which touched on various issues, notably governance, question of leadership style, etc. Because it is the burqa, it is targeting the Muslim community. I think some people are allowing their sort of fantasies to get the better sense of their political judgment. When Mr. Bajpai fought the elections as head of the NDA, the Ayodhya issue, incidentally, was raised only by the Congress. It is the Congress which would like secularism to be the main issue, because they have very little as far as governance, as far as actual performance, and as far as other economic indicators. The India story as we knew it has gone sour.
Hassan Kamal represents the secular voice. He's the Vice President of the Muslims for Secular Democracy. We started by asking him why he thinks the goalpost has changed suddenly for the BJP.
Unfortunately, the very presence of Mr. Narendra Modi in the election arena makes it a fight between secularism and communalism. Because Mr. Narendra Modi and 2002 are synonyms.
They couldn't come in the power till 1996 until they dropped out their contentious issues and they came into the mainstream line. By projecting Narendra Modi, they have gone back to the pre-1995 days, being politically untouchable. It's not a matter of Hindutva. What Modi is trying to do, what Mr. Narendra Modi is trying to do, is not only rising the Hindutva element, he's rising extremist element in every religion, which is dangerous for this country.
Well, this pitch is being raised, unfortunately, by whom? It's the Congress friends and the Congress spokesperson, the Congress party, which is creating a frenzy about something called secularism. Well, I don't believe they are secular. Their policies in the last 60 years have been on of appeasement, targeting votes, vote bank politics.
In Mumbai, the BJP's old ally, the Shiv Sena, had been categorical right from the start. Sanjay Raut in various write-ups in the Samna had cautioned Modi that he must not attempt at being secular. His Hindu identity must reign supreme.
Whenever a statement is made in favor of the minority community, it's looked upon as a gesture to accommodate the minority section of our country. But when a statement which is probably something to do with the majority or probably the Hindus particularly, in that case it's always looked upon as a communal statement. When we say we are a secular country, why should you indulge in activities in which you play one-upmanship towards one community?
This sort of language, kutte ka bacha and burqa and all that, Mr. Narendra Modi, it is his style. It's not that it has been come out of the cuff remark or something like that. It is his style, it is his language. It is his idiom, he speaks this language only. Now let us understand one thing. Modi is BJP's helplessness today. BJP has got no other face to present before the masses. Modi, for good or bad reasons, is known throughout the country.
You tried to make Narendra Modi into a Khalnayak. In the process, Congress has helped him in a substantial way to actually arouse the curiosity of the entire people of India. As to who is this man? What is this man? And I think that curiosity factor is quite good in one sense for any campaigner, especially someone who is an outsider to Delhi.
After taking the blessings of Lord Jagannath, Narendra Modi is all set to meet the RSS chief in the evening in Nagpur. But here, people from all walks of life across the country come to take blessings of Lord Jagannath. We are going to go and talk to a few of those people. मैं आपसे पूछना चाहता हूँ साहब, कौन सा ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, विकास का ज़रूरी है, विकास का दोनों ज़रूरी है, मोदी आएंगे तो विकास होगा, दोनों ज़रूरी है, विकास, डेवलपमेंट चाहिए, डेवलपमेंट, yeah. What do you feel कि if Narendra Modi comes, will development work?
Yeah, sure, जरूर, वो आएंगे तो जरूर डेवलपमेंट ही होगा, जिस तरह का लोगों का उनका सत्ता है, मतलब विश्वास है जी, और वो कभी टूटना नहीं चाहिए, इसीलिए नरेंद्र मोदी को जरूर आना चाहिए.